argument that my guy won too, correct?
Hey, yeah, I know.
Okay.
Hey, De La Hoya Trinidad. He ran for 3 rounds. He should lose the fight. What the fuck? He whooped his ass for 9. Who cares if he runs for 3? Oh, they take it from him. Oh, what does Trinidad and Don King do? Screw you guys. No rematch. We're out of here. At least Gennady Golovkin gave Saul Alvarez.
By the way, for all of you listening, I don't know how we pivoted off of Angulo Ramirez right into Canelo talk. But let's talk. Wait, I'm keeping the show on track for a rarity.
All right.
Let's talk about Golovkin, shall we? Winky Wright pulled his head out of his ass and decided that he was a former boxer and therefore somebody would care about his opinion.
Not only that.
I'm going to now.
Wait a minute.
All right,
Wait
go
a
ahead.
minute. See.
Yeah.
Winky Wright is the greatest junior middleweight of all time.
What?
I said it.
Of all time?
It's only been here since like the 70s, bro. It's pathetic. But yeah, he's the best.
No, he's never the best. The best.
There was nobody in that era that could beat him. Winky Wright was the most avoided fighter at that time in that era. De La Hoya didn't want to touch him. Tito, he had to lose to everyone else before he finally gave it to him and then got annihilated. Wasn't even a fight, right? The first and only undisputed junior middleweight champion at that time. Come on. Winky Wright's a bad man. And you're right. I don't know where he went. And he had some of the baddest girls around him in his era, too. Boy.
The former undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world,
yes, sir.
Winky Wright, is backing the IBO, WBA, WBC middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin to beat Canelo Alvarez. Now what do you say?
I know.
Do you want quotes? I'll give you quotes.
Hey, I don't know. Dude, the guy had the best jab in the sport. Maybe that's why he's going with Triple G that was landing the best jab that night, right? Did Winky Wright not have the best jab in the sport?
Well,
that was
he's got a really good look. I'm a jab guy. For those of you who don't know, Andrew and I have two different. I'm going to do a little inside for the show. So, from a boxing standpoint, I am a big jab right cross guy. That's my style. That's the style I like watching. That's the style I've trained in. Andrew is a punches and bunches kind of guy, which is why he likes guys like Canelo and Oscar. They're busy fighters. He's a Morales fan. I'm more of a Klitschko fan. Everybody got that? So when you're wondering, why does Lee always okay, that's why. Got it? Everybody got it? This is not a disputable thing. We've been doing this show for 12 freaking years, and this is a fact. Andrew likes guys with big, heavy arm movement who look like they're doing shit even when they're not doing shit, like Canelo. And I like guys who actually set up behind a jab and are very good, like Golovkin. Did I cover it well? Did I get that correct, Andrew?
Yeah. Yes.
So here is what Winky told On the Ropes Boxing Radio. What the fuck is On the Ropes Boxing Radio? Who's this? Hold on, I gotta click the link. Who the fuck are these guys? Oh, I'm already going down a fucking bunny hole. OnTheRopesBoxing.com.
Hey, you hear about those kids being saved in Thailand right now? Yes. 6 of 13 kids are supposedly out of that cave, Lee.
Nobody even goes to their website. Oh, and their website traffic's not bad. They do okay. I can't shit on them too much. They do numbers, real numbers.
Oh, they got Winky Wright on there.
It's not that fake bullshitty. Well, no. Look. You know me. I check their traffic and where the traffic comes from. I'm kind of a dick like that. But no, they do okay. They're doing a few views. They're doing well. All right, I'm not gonna shit on them. They do okay. So on the Winky Wright appeared on the On the Ropes radio show, and if you fucking turn us off to go listen to it, fuck you. My coffee's kicking in now.
Ow.
It was a good fight. The first fight, I think Golovkin won. I think that Canelo is a smarter boxer, and he's going to try to come back and capitalize. But I also think that Golovkin's first big mega fight, and it took him a few rounds to get really on track. But once he did, he started pushing Canelo and doing what he normally does. If they fight again, somebody could get knocked out because both fighters are going to take chances now. Ooh.
No, they're not. Don't believe that, you guys. Canelo's going to be moving faster. He's just going to be punching a lot more. He's still going to be
Winky Wright had this to say further. I would still have to favor Golovkin. I like both fighters. I think both fighters are tremendous fighters. But if I had to put my money on someone, I would put it on Triple G. There you go, Andrew.
It's a good fight. I want everyone to put their money on Triple G. Let's get those odds up.
Well, guess what? While he was also on that show, On the Ropes Boxing Radio, which, by the way, I'll say it again. Here's a plug for these guys. OnTheRopesBoxing.com. It's a nice site. Moves well. Their advertising doesn't pop up and fuck anything up.
Nice.
They actually broke down their interview line by line, question to answer, into a blog, so they're getting it done. Yeah, I got nothing. I normally want to shit on people. I can't really find a reason to shit on these guys. I like the way they're handling their business. So they get a shout.
What does he say? What does Winky Wright say?
Winky Wright said, I definitely would have beaten Oscar De La Hoya. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
And if wishes were fishes, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they never said they wouldn't even fight me. They said they thought about it, but it was never a discussion of trying to make the fight happen. But if I had fought De La Hoya, I think it would have been a great fight. Oscar is a great competitor. Oscar has a great offense and a great hook, good jab. We both would have to see whose jab was the best and who could oppose their will on the other.
You see, Lee. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll finish the quotes. I definitely think I would have had a good chance of beating him. At the time, I was a big junior middleweight, and I was strong and my will to win. Oscar was coming off some losses at the time, so I really don't think he wanted to do it too much. He just wanted to pick and choose his fighters he fought without really trying to put himself into danger. There you go.
He was setting himself up for rematches on controversial decision losses. He had one to Shane Mosley and he had one to Trinidad. That eliminated Vernon Forrest and Winky Wright from ever facing Oscar De La Hoya. They're too dangerous with those other fights out there that are worth $20-30 million to Oscar. So that's why Winky never got his shot. Now, with that being said, I gotta disagree, Lee, with that Winky Wright defeats Oscar De La Hoya, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. Although I call him the greatest junior middleweight of all time, he is not an all-time legend like Oscar De La Hoya is. Oscar De La Hoya, who punches in bunches, like you just said, would have outworked Winky Wright. Winky Wright, remember, Trinidad is not a punches and bunches type fighter, more of a power hooker type fighter. Shane Mosley was, but he got caught on the juice, right, people? Isn't this the time where Shane's caught in Belko and he's fucking telling his dad, I ain't got it no more. I ain't got it. His dad slaps him and tells him, it's all in your fucking head. Does anyone remember that little episode in the corner between rounds of Winky Wright Mosley? Because it happened. So, yes, he defeated the Mosley. Got to give him credit for it. But there was things going on in Mosley's life at that time, Belko being one of the biggest ones. So, it's a great fight. But I think Oscar does go 12 rounds because Winky's best weapon was a jab, and Oscar's going to throw more, and Vegas is going to side with De La Hoya. So I really don't know if Winky Wright would. I have to say De La Hoya would have beat Winky Wright by decision.
There you go. There you go.
And what's his last thing he says? Then he got one more.
That's all he's got. Well, there is one more, but it relates to our featured story of the day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm tying it all together for one big, when you have an orgasm and you go, ugh, right at the big. That's our big. Ugh.
Remember, is Winky. Why I call him the best? He has Trinidad. He has Mosley. He should have had an undefeated Vargas and Jermaine Taylor. These are some of the baddest dudes in that era that he was fighting. He was winning against them all. We know that that De La Hoya didn't want to fight him. That's why I say Winky's one of the best, and he was undisputed. He had all the titles. There was no other in his era. So that's it.
I have no idea why you added this to the news, but hey, I'll talk about it. Roy Jones Jr. agrees to partner with MTK Global.
That's for you.
Well, why is it for me?
Because you and Roy Jones people are good. So
I am really good with RJJ Boxing Promotions. So the agreement is with Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotion. All right, let's get it straight. Roy Jones is a part of Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotion, but it's got a different... Roy is not the CEO. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Keith Veltre is, and by the way, I'll give a plug to Keith's businesses. I don't even know how this crazy shit's happening. The music is art, I believe or the art of music. I'm going to give a plug to the art of music. All right. When you're in Vegas and you go to those places where they've got like signed autograph things on the wall, those places are basically run by Keith Veltre, and he's the guy who created Roy Jones Jr. boxing promotion with Roy Jones Jr. They put on boxing out in Vegas. I cover it a great deal of time. They're actually going to fight again coming up. I'll cover it when we get closer. Roy Jones Jr. Boxing promotion has signed a 2-year deal with MTK Global. MTK Global announces a partnership with the greatest boxer of all time, four-weight, 6-time world champion Roy Jones Jr. One of the greatest recognizable figures in sports is Roy Jones. The Floridians set up the Las Vegas-based promotion company Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotion 2 years ago and swiftly signed a multi-card deal with BN Sports. I don't know if that's a great deal. With Jones Jr. expertise, Ring Translates, outside the ring partnership with MTK Global is an exciting agreement. I don't even know what the fuck MTK Global is, Andrew. Nor do they. By the way, they don't even explain it in this piece.
They you got to go to their website. Remember that was the thing we were saying? It looked kind of mobbish when you go to their website. I think they just represent fighters around the world.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. I don't even know what that shit is. I don't know. Don't know.
We've talked about MTK before. You went to their website.
The mob.
Yeah, you thought it was the mob.
Anthony Joshua's next 2 fights set for Wembley Arena, September 22nd and April the 13th. Anthony Joshua's next 2 fights, no matter whom he fights, will be in Wembley Stadium in London.
We told you that months ago, but
we did.
Yeah.
Promoter Eddie Hearn announced Thursday that the unbeaten British superstar will return to the iconic venue on September 22nd. He didn't announce the opponent, but we all know it to be Povetkin. Wembley Stadium will also host another fight on April the 13th where he will defend the title. It is believed that will be Deontay Wilder, but people, don't hold your breath. We all
do not hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath. There's no way. Deontay's going to hold on to that belt as long as he humanly can.
Or they're in it for that one big night, right? These guys, they're really not in it for a lengthy career of making $3-5 million.
Dude, it's a 90,000 seat venue.
No. But I'm talking about why Deontay doesn't.
Oh yeah, no. I'm with you. I'm just how Deontay doesn't take that April 13th. Sign April 13th right now. He's not going to lose to Povetkin. He's not.
Because I honestly believe there's a little birdie in his ear that tells him, if you keep denying this fight and you keep that 0, they're going to pay you $100 million in one night. And so that's what they wait for, right? It's like your whole career of fighting all of these good fighters to generate $100 million. You want to do it in one night just by saying, I'm undefeated. That whole undefeated thing has went so far in boxing now because of Floyd. We act like, right? The new fan acts like 50-0 had never been fucking done before. Oh my God, 50-0, 50-0. Who the hell cares? If you had fighters, we had a fighter right before him went 89-0. Nobody cares. The heavyweight champ, Rocky Marciano, who they said still is over Floyd because he did it in one division. He defeated 50 men in one division. Floyd has handpicked through 7, 8 divisions? Who the fuck cares? Anyone can do 50-0 when you're going 8 divisions, handpicking one champion in every division.
I agree. You're not going to get an argument out of me on this.
Yeah. So this is why Deontay and Al Heyman and all these guys, they're trying to hide these undefeated records. These fans keep going on in social media, backing up their decisions, right? Whoa, Deontay's so great. Deontay's so great. Finally, at some point, everyone's going to be interested just because of the hype. It wasn't because of what they did in the ring.
Deontay Wilder, we did a whole show last week. I'm really disappointed with Deontay Wilder. If you're a Deontay Wilder fan, and I know we have a couple of people who listen to the show that are very pro Deontay Wilder, and they believe that the man shits